So it should be fine. Or semi? Fully modular. Fully modular. Yeah, so it should be fine. I that's what I needed, and I think that's gonna fix a lot of the little issues that I'm having with the computer right now.
My computer now, my fucking on Call of Duty, it drops frames. It goes like from 100 to 60, 60 to 80. I don't know what it is. Granted, I haven't looked at it. I just got mad and turned it off.
Yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't know what it could be.
What up? We're live. I forgot that we're live for a second there. Yeah, no updates. Your settings haven't changed. Oh yeah, you say you haven't looked at it, right?
Oh well, that's the one thing that I looked at my settings to see if it was anything, because sometimes the settings reset on Call of Duty. But no. So I have no idea. But I'll look at it. Maybe it was the driver install that I just did. But even then, it should be okay. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've started getting a lot of little issues with my shit after I installed the capture card, like the internal capture card, because I think that one's drawing just a little bit too much power. That puts too much stress on the PSU when I'm running like heavy, when I'm running full load. So I gotta check it out. What up, Kevin? What's good with you, man? Yo, that fucking Bad Bunny though.
Who's this
fucking Bad Bunny.
Did you guys cop the shirt? I wanted
to. I wanted the sweater actually, right? But it's like $17 for like shipping and taxes, and I was just like, man, this ain't even that tight. Though. I'm a stingy ass when it comes to that shit. I'm so used to like free shipping or discount on shipping.
Like $3,000 order with $17 shipping.
Like, fuck this.
That's my line, dog.
Fuck this. What up, Angel? What up? No, that shit. We were talking with actually Angel and the Botched yesterday on the chat. Bad Bunny. It wasn't a bad look for him. Like, oh, actually, the performance is dope, right? I think I fucked with that song, the Booker T song. I think it's dope. So like, yeah. So like, I fucks with it. I fucks with that. And then, but then when he got on the top ropes and he threw himself, I thought that was a good look. Like I seen like celebrities try to wrestle or like get in the ring, and it's like really shitty. I didn't think that was bad.
Bad Bunny, my man, you could tell he's been a WWE fan even back in the WWE days. So like you've been watching this all your life, you get me? So you understand here and there. I'm guarantee you, if one of us goes up there, we could be able to do something like one move that could. All right, we straight.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I'll HBK that shit at anybody, though. Super kick anybody, dog.
I'm pretty sure that was like his childhood dream. That's dope.
Yeah. Oh my god, I bet it had to be one of them, right? Like, imagine fucking jumping off the top ropes in the Rumble, dog. That's just sick. I fucked with that. Even if there was no crowd there, I fucked with that. It's tight.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. The Rumble itself was decent. I was a little upset. Oh, thank you, sir. I'm trying to do some shit. I've been letting it grow out because I ain't going out. I did my own cut today. Look at this shit. Look at that, dog. Look at the blends, bro. Fuck, I'm nice with it. Let me know if you need a cut. I got you. But that shit. Listen, I think the event was dope. What I didn't fuck with was listen, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. I'm a big Paul Heyman guy. All right. I think he fucked up that match though. I think he dropped the ball, and that sucks.
The ref stopped counting out of nowhere, and we were like, it was like, such what a happened? Good match for it to end in that fashion. I was like, oh, the whole.
Which match are you guys talking about?
Roman Reigns versus
Kevin Owens. I didn't watch that shit though.
No,
that shit did not interest me one bit.
It was so good.
Silky Johnson looking.
Silky.
I got that goop. Here it is, dog. You know what I mean? Man, I swear to God, I love y'all though. Straight up though, like it was really a good event. Like they figured out this no fans in the arena shit really well. Like I liked it. Like you mentioned, like they were using like different cameras and they had like the bokeh look to when they were coming out, and I thought that was really dope.
The entrance is the 8K camera for when I don't know if you watched a football game this year. But whenever they score a touchdown in the end zone, they use 8K cameras. Our TV was able to pick it up, but you could tell the change. It looks like a video game.
Yeah. No, so like because it creates like that bokeh, the bokeh effect to it, right? Where like the background's a little like blurred, and I really liked that. I was like, oh, that looks dope. Like it took me a while to realize what the fuck is going on, and so I was like, oh, like that's what that is, and it looks dope. So I fucks with it. It was dope.
Yeah.
Ryan, let him know. I was trying to let him know that you're highly impressed with George in the field, which is impressive in his own feat because you haven't played in a minute, right? You haven't played since Escuadron started playing.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't touched the soccer ball since then.
Yeah, that's like in early March that we stopped, right? Or that you guys stopped, but I stopped before that. So dope, though. El talento no se va. You know what I mean? When you're good, you're good. As our dear friend Rooney would say, when you're good, you're good, though.
Hey, Apple, you correct as fuck, but the ending of that match ruined the whole match. It was such a good match.
Accurate. I believe in that too. I think it was a good match, especially because listen, fucking Owens, he puts on a show every single time. He's down to take hits for the show. So I fucks with him. I fucks with him heavy, and it was good. I think
the Mania watch party again.
I'm down. I am down for that.
Who won that match? The Owens Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, and I thought that was whack too. I don't like Roman Reigns. I don't like Roman Reigns as a heel. I don't like Roman Reigns as a babyface. So
listen, I think that they could have done Roman Reigns as a heel much better than what they're doing right now. But
he's a fucking Paul Heyman, bro.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman makes people, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like Paul Heyman made fucking Brock Lesnar's fucking stiff ass an attraction, bro. Right? And all Paul Heyman did was, all Brock Lesnar did was fucking suplex. And Paul Heyman made him an attraction, right? Paul Heyman is
talking about suplexes, dog. Otis suplexes are sexy as fuck.
Dog, Otis is the GOAT, dog. He's my spirit animal for sure. Otis is the GOAT, bro.
Hey, Mata, who's that guy that we saw in AEW? Big dude, but he fucking moves around like Rey Mysterio. You and I were talking. I forgot to text you yesterday. I was watching it. He when Bobby Lashley came out. I was like, oh, it reminds me of that guy.
I can't remember.
What you guys say to Alex Vasquez's question? He says, "Would y'all take Owens over Samoa Joe?"
Easy.
Would you? I like Samoa Joe too, though, man.
I like Samoa Joe
because that motherfucker looks like you with that haircut, my G.
Fuck you, man! I'm about to put my hat on, dog. I was wearing scratcher too. I looked at myself in the fucking camera. I was like, "Yo, should I wear a hat today?" I fucking hate you, motherfucker.
Yeah, where did it come from, myself? I'm usually a hater ass.
What up, Chris? Hey, shout out on the last two episodes of Soy Tu Tata Pod, bro. Like, I gave you some feedback, and the last two episodes have been dope. So, congrats on that, bro. I really fuck with that podcast too. So,
today's episode.
What happened?
I'll sleep. I haven't listened to that one.
That was good, man. Yeah, well, I like it. Right, it's a different fucking perspective of fatherhood that I kind of don't necessarily fall in line with my experiences. So I fucked with it. I think it's dope. Give me 1 second, boys.
That question you asked me, George, is bugging me, bro.
Was
he in AEW?
AEW, and I remember because we were watching. It was a match.
Oh, it was NXT. I told you about
NXT. That's what it was. It was NXT.
It's damn, what's his name, bro?
Dog, I remember watching that event just because of that match. You're like, yo, go back and watch that match. And I fell in love. I was like, oh, this match.
What's his name, dog?
It was so good. Hey, Chad, if you guys can help us out. NXT, that guy can move around. Big boy. But when he was doing some moves, it was crazy.
I forgot his name.
Somebody in the chat, Sykes talking about Team BBM. You damn right, dog. I'm talking about big and sexy. What's up?
Yeah, BBM we're talking about too. Maybe.
Ricochet though, I think Ricochet is like he needs a push, bro. Ricochet is so
Kevin
dope.
Lee, good shit, Sykes. Thank you, Papa. Kevin Lee.
Yeah, hell yeah.
There it is. Shit, Kevin Lee. No,
I'm telling you, I'm looking for fucking for Ricochet to get a push. I think Ricochet is too dope to fucking
his name, dog. Keith Lee. Yeah, Keith Lee. There you go.
Yeah, I remember the Lee part. Yeah. Yeah, Bad Bunny was on Raw tonight.
Yeah,
after yesterday, we were talking to chat and we're like, "Yo, he's gonna be a Mania."
Yeah, he's a draw, man. He's a fucking draw. He's a fucking draw. Tony Storm is fire.
Talking about storms. What about the hurricane yesterday? That shit was so joke. And the Christian coming back, yo.
That man, I was so upset with that. Listen, I'm not upset with that reunion. I'm upset that the RKO means nothing anymore, and somebody get RKO'd and jump back up, dog. Fuck that. I'm from a time with RKO.
Reversed it, dog. He thought he got him, dog. Psych as fuck. It just looked like he got him. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Randy Orton is in my top, wrestlers. He's in my top wrestlers, but I like the fact that Edge won it. It's gonna be Edge and Orton in Mania.
Again? I mean, not again, but like continuing that. I'll take it. I don't know, man. That's a lot of young talent that doesn't get put up because of these old fuckers. Old dusty ass wrestlers, though.
Like, what's his
Ricochet's trash. Oh, bro, Alex, we're gonna get in a fight, bro. How you gonna say Ricochet trash? Ricochet's dope, man. He needs a push.
I'm just happy my boy's back, dog. Carlito.
Who?
Carlito, bro.
Yo, my man's been juicing, though.
I don't give a fuck.
My man has been mad juicing, bro.
Eating the apples and not spitting them?
Yeah. He's been eating his apples, bro.
What up, Mike? Who you talking about, Galactico? Someone needs to powerbomb that fool through a table, man. I mean, I'm down with anybody getting powerbombed through a table.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's just tight. Hey, you know what I enjoyed too? And it's not surprising.
The table is when they did it to what's the Vegeta's name? When Dudley the Dudley boys.
I hate that I don't remember names, dog. Like I know exactly what you're talking about.
Bubba. It was Bubba.
Ray Dudley. Like powerbombed what's her face through the table.
What's her name?
I'm calling shit.
Betty White.
I forgot who it is.
Yeah, y'all seen that boring ass United Arsenal game?
No, I didn't watch that shit.
I've been watching
good on you.
Arsenal.
I watch A-League, dog. That shit's better than Arsenal and
stop it, dog. Stop it. You need you want some clown shit sometimes.
Huh?
Like Mae Young get powerbombed through a table like Mae Young,
right? Mae Young. There you go.
Ain't just talking about Betty White. Close enough, bro.
I said Betty White.
Close. You said?
Yeah, I said Betty White. It was all right around there.
Close enough.
He did powerbomb Lita as well.
Close enough.
The Edge and Christian times. And the Jeff Hardys, the Hardy Boys. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be Jeff Hardy, Bad Bunny versus the Miz and what's his face. I'm calling it.
No, I like Miz too though. Miz is fun though. Miz is dope as shit. And he can wrestle. This is dope. I fuck the role. Actually, I got a confession to make. Anna's a big fan of the Miz and Mrs. I think that's what the show's called.
Oh yeah.
And at first I was like, man, that's just corny. I ain't shit though. I ain't shit though, because after that third episode, I stopped and I went to the bed and I was watching with her. Like, yeah, that's tight. I fucked with this. So,
hey, baby, watching this tonight.
yeah. Like, for real, hey, you watching the episode without me? I get mad upset. The end, I fuck with Arsenal though. Yeah, same, bro. Unfortunately, like me and Angel always talk about this. Me and Angel always talk about how the Galaxy resembles Arsenal too much, and that's why we like them both. Like there's a lot of talent sometimes, but like injuries or they just can't figure it out. And management is kind of shit sometimes. The FO is kind of shit. When Mrs. Yeah, that show's kind of fire.
WWE, have you guys seen Stone Cold's show on the USA Network?
No, I never seen that. Never saw that.
I saw with Ice-T recently. I saw it last week. I didn't know that Ice-T was discovered at the barbershop on 54th and Western where my mom lives at.
Oh, no shit.
Barbershop, exactly at that. I was like, no shit.
That's right. Some real LA shit, huh?
Yeah, that's some real LA shit.
That's some real LA shit, without a doubt. Hey, man, listen, it's funny because I've been watching. I only watch the events now for like WWE because I think entertainment they it's not there for me. At least I don't like it. But this event was dope. I ain't gonna lie. Like at least from where I saw, because I didn't watch it from the jump, but I watched it like most of it. The event was dope. Like I shouldn't be surprised, but I was again surprised by the women's Royal Rumble, and I thought that show was dope. There was a lot of dope moments in that. So again, I shouldn't be surprised by it.
My brother was texting me throughout the event, and he's been on it. He's always watching.
Yeah.
He told me it's probably one of the best Rumbles that he's seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's really good. Like again, and I don't know why I'm surprised because every time they put out, every time they go main event. Anytime they put out in events, they put in work. But these girls coming out of fucking NXT are they're legit wrestlers, man. They're real legit wrestlers, and I fucks with that. All right, boys. Edgeman was dope. Yeah, NXT definitely. I've been saying that, right? Like I like AEW, I like NXT before I like WWE. What's wrong with you? All right, let's get New Japan. I see a shot for New Japan. Yeah, New Japan. All right, but let's get into this. Actually, should we wait for George? Oh, he's here. Let's get into this.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul-Mouth supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Good evening.
Welcome to Straight from the Ring, the official LA Galaxy WWE podcast.
No, please no. Please no. How you guys doing?
Chilling, man. Pretty good.
Yeah. I heard you made a great return to the field this week. This weekend, actually.
From what I've heard okay things, but me personally, I like my mind said to do something, but my body was in slow motion. I feel like everyone during the quarantine wasn't taking the quarantine seriously, and they were out there just sprinting, running miles, and dog, what? And
you weren't.
Then my superhero Masa came in as me. I got subbed off for Masa in the end. I got cracked. He's like, "Hey, fool, what number was he?" I was like, "Ooh." I told him 7. I told him 7. The next thing I hear, ah! I turn around, I look at the floor. It's number 12 on the floor. I'm like, God damn, dog, you got the wrong motherfucker.
Well, I didn't know how much time we had left, dog. I had to get the first one.
Get somebody
my way. And to be fair, though, I didn't think that shit was yellow worthy. You know.
So, Stop it!
Yeah,
it!
I didn't think it was yellow worthy.
Like 90% of your tackles. 90% of your tackles, though.
I dropped them thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have a chance at number 7, and I didn't because I already had a yellow. So that was it, dog. I wasted my
got one
on 12.
That's hilarious. Masa, so I mean, how you been? How's your weekend?
I worked, bro. That shit was. I literally had Sunday off, and that was it.
It's because money don't sleep, baby. Rich Galaxy fans, papa.
Yep. Welcome to the Rich Galaxy podcast. Yo, I'll go into that right now.
I know about that shit until today.
No shit. I seen it popping off. I seen it popping off whenever it started, and bro, it's so dumb.
I got blocked.
Did you get blocked? A gang of people got blocked, right?
Because I used the Dave Chappelle gif when that fool's in the truck. It says, "I'm rich, bitch." That's what I replied. I retweeted that, and I got blocked.
She didn't like it.
I guess not. I mean,
yo, that shit was wild, right? Like, and for anybody aware, like, Galaxy needs to put out fucking news, so we're not talking about dumbass tweets. But let's talk about his dumbass tweets. Let's talk about his dumbass tweet for a second. Listen, like this ran.
Hold on. Hey, that was a perfect segue, dog. You don't get enough credit. That was perfect.
I try, baby. I try to keep the flow going. Listen, Galaxy need to put out some news, baby, because like, I'm struggling to figure out what we're talking about because it's been so quiet. But dumbass tweet of the week, right? And I'll paraphrase because I didn't pull it up, or nor do I care to pull it up. But she said something about Lanes being more of a working man's team than the G's because the G's are all rich and show up late and leave early. Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, talking about like not knowing what the fuck you're talking about, right? But again, it's Twitter. People just kind of fire off tweets without really thinking. That's definitely one of those. No context either, right? Like what? And then her rebuttal to everything was your league's trash anyways. Come on. It's a West Ham United fan, by the way. I didn't mention that, but it's a West Ham United fan. Somehow knows all about how it works in the light. That was dumb. Dumb as shit. Because if it... Hey, let me just ask you this, right? It's 3 of us here. How many rich Galaxy fans do you guys know?
Dog, you looking right at one, dog. What you talking about?
I fucks with it. I just thought it was wild, man. Like in the fact that, like, listen, I think it's wild as shit, right? But then you have people actually believing this shit and running with this shit, like,
right?
Like y'all
they must have never heard of my Brooklyn spaghetti, dog, because this is some crazy shit.
Brooklyn,
like,
God, shit, I've heard that in a minute. Yeah, listen, Alex talking about Chicharito made West Ham a well-known club, so I fucks with that. Hey, listen, it was dumb. It was dumb. And I fucks with all the G's on Twitter for fucking going in, dog. I've seen so many responses to that, or so many different threads to that, and I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Today, but it's get up. I started laughing. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, there's so many golden tweets, dog.
Yeah, 100%. I thought it was hilarious. Let me do some house cleaning real quick. We've been talking about the Discord server for a minute, as far back as last season, and definitely this season. We finally got it out. Link's actually in the description right now. It's sfts96.com/discord. And I'll thank you right into the invitation for the Discord. Man, and it is what it is, right? Like we're not your number one source of news or anything like that, but we do want to give you guys a chance to kind of really engage with us and have a direct link with us. So feel free to join it. Feel free to remove the alerts or not. We're not definitely going to be bombarding it with like. Go for it.
Under the questions, this is the only spot that I'll be reading questions moving forward. Yeah.
No. Listen, I think what the community will tell how this goes, right? If there's a lot of interaction there, that's well. I mean, like preferably that'd be better for us because it's how we record the show, it's how we get in this call and go live. So yeah, definitely we will prefer most of our communication there so we can have it in one place. But we just want it to be an extension to this podcast where you can get with us and shoot the question straight to us, communicate straight with us, and as well as the community, right? Today itself, I've seen a lot of people join and I've seen the conversation started going already. We're talking about some rumors, we're talking about some Galaxy and some MLS news. So again, feel free to join, check it out, and definitely contribute. I said it earlier a couple weeks ago that we want to get more of our audience engaged and inside of this podcast. We want to have that fourth guest be people from our community. So that's the spot. Like if you want to join us, if you have something you want to promote, if something you're working on, cheese related, that's the spot we want you to communicate with us and let us know that you're trying to come in here. And we definitely want to do that. That's what the intention for that Discord is. Not trying to take over any other communities or nothing like that. Just kind of a place for members of the Straight from the Stands community to kind of chit chat and talk about G related stuff. So SFTS 96. 96.com/discord or George just hit up the direct link on the chat right now. Feel free to join. We want to grow that community. We want to have a space where we could talk about G stuff and get it directly into this podcast. Join it. Hit us up. It's good times. All right, let's talk the little Galaxy news we have, and let's start with a juicy one. Let's start with Traore. And I wasn't even put on game on this. Somebody else put me on the game actually from the Discord, and I can't change it right now because I'm using Discord to record this podcast. But I can pull it up on my phone real quick. But Masa, you seen this? Talk to me a little bit about
Well, I had seen all Traore did, but I didn't really see any thing on Twitter, nothing, just like people tweeting about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, let me go check this fool's IG real quick. And surely enough, dog, there's no Galaxy shit on his IG. It's just one post about something about them regretting it or something.
Yeah. So I'm trying to pull that out so I could quote that. If I could find it, I'll let you know. Oh yeah, there you go. So Didi Traore on his Instagram posted a story, said, "No problem, they will regret it one day." Right. And that's going with the removal of all Galaxy stuff and the removal of the Galaxy mention on his profile. And that's a little nuts, right? Because didn't we just kind of pick up his option or just kind of re-sign him? I'm not sure what we did, but we extended like his original contract, right?
Well, the Galaxy without Greg Vanny did.
Yeah. That's prior to Greg Vanny. You're 100% right. What is interesting, like what's your take on this? Like, and again, we can't confirm anything because so far right now is just his removal of all mentioning of Galaxy and Galaxy related stuff from his profile on Instagram. What do you guys think of this though? Like, if we did cut ties with Traore, what's the word?
There's two sides to this, and I feel both of them. He never got a fair shake in the Galaxy. I liked what he did when he was with us. I enjoyed it, but it is what it is. If you don't understand, this is a business. This is a business. Now, if you want to go and be all mad about it, you have to understand who was the team that actually gave you a shot in the States. You came to an open trial, my man. We didn't scout you. Nothing happened where we went out of our way to look for you. You came to us. Did you get the fair shake? I don't believe you did, and it sucks. Now, if he gets signed by an MLS team, he'll do well in this league. I have a really good feeling he'll do well, and I wish him nothing but the best of luck. But now that you're getting all personal and all want to be a pussy about it, then it is what it is. Fuck out.
I'm disagree right there. I don't mind what he said because I feel like if the team don't believe in you, and you gotta believe in yourself, dog.
100%. I'm not saying anything about that.
Make the team regret it. Make the team regret it.
Everyone that leaves the team makes us regret it.
Yeah, that's true. So so I ain't mad at it. I mean, to me, it's a little sad too because I like to George's point. I don't think he got his fair share, and I think the story of him, the way he got here in the trial and getting signed, I think that shit is dope. Fortunately, he's no longer here, and it is what it is. I mean, it's an international spot, bro. It's always going to be hard to keep you around when you have an international spot and you're not even a start in the starting 11. So I mean, it's hard to like argue with him getting cut. Like I can't back him up just because of that.
George,
I can't back him up.
George, so let's talk about that, right? Actually, first, are we all in agreement that there was a promising talent there?
100%.
I think that we all saw a path where he could develop into, potentially somebody who could play for the team. But was that promise enough to, like Masa was saying, lose an international spot? Or do you think the international spot is worth more than that promise he had as a player?
No, you don't bet on an international spot. An international spot to me is something that's that you feel is going to bring, and it's not. It's like giving up an international spot to a G2 player and then bringing him up and then us using it. I don't believe in it. I don't think that's. It should be if you're going to have an international spot, you should be a starter or a solid backup. And it sucks that the position that he's in, there's a lot of people that I'll put before him, and that's just because he didn't get the fair shake. He didn't get that time, so I didn't have enough to see. We have Villafaña coming on the left. Potentially still in Tua.
Well, not in Tua. I think we have Danilo Costa. Yeah, Danilo Costa left.
That he got injured. Yeah, so there's people that I'm okay with having up before him, and he wasn't going to get his time here. So, I mean, if instead of being mad, I get why you're mad, then you should take this as I wasn't going to get any playing time. I was going to let my career fade away or not get any potential plays or any minutes, and no one's going to be able to see me play. Hopefully you go to a USL team, you kill in, someone picks you up in the MLS. This is possibly better for your career.
Well, listen, let me just kind of read some of these comments, right? Fustan Papi says, people forget that this shit isn't only for a team, but it's ultimately a business, right? And I don't think we've seen a lot of uproar yet for Traore, but we have seen it for other players, right? And I think that's key, right? That got followed up by El Galactico saying international spots are key for a team. And that's it, right? We have 7 of these things that we have to use. And those 7 players have to be difference makers for the team. Now, I believe that Traore was a talent, right? And I would have loved to see him develop. I would love to have him around for 2 more seasons, see where he's at then. But the international... He must be like 23 or something like that.
He was born in 99. He's 22.
See,
I mean, I don't want to say he's too old, but I mean,
not for MLS, right? He's not for MLS. Like I can see if he was somewhere else, maybe he says a little bit of 22. Listen, you give him 2 more years, 24 years old, he becomes something in the MLS. He becomes a starter at whatever position he kind of develops in. You're talking about you got a 24-year-old that's homegrown at that point, right? Or at least on a very manageable salary. So again, I really think like there was talent there, and we could have done something. But the international spot, like that's money. You know what I mean? Like right now, and don't quote me on this because I might be wrong. Actually, you probably want to go listen to Corner of the Galaxy when they drop their episode tonight, or if they haven't dropped it already. But I think that gives us 5 international spots to play with. Like you understand how dope that is. Like usually we're in the situation around this time where we're looking at New England. Or we're looking at Columbus to sell us one of their international spots, right? At this point, we're not. Real quick. yeah, exactly, right? Like get the paperwork in. But right now, we're sitting on multiple international spots, right? We're sitting on a DP spot. We're sitting on, but I'm pretty sure we have the TAM or the money for available to bring in some TAM players. And that's all you got to think about when you're actually looking at what he was taking up, right? In the international spot. Again, we've seen it go for a lot of money, right? And now we're talking about he had an international spot plus the salary, whatever salary was. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't a big salary, but a salary no matter what. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, it again, sucks. And it's not confirmed yet, right? Like, we don't know what the hell's going on, but it seems like all indications that he is going to be leaving the team. And it sucks because again, I thought he was talent. Unfortunately, not good enough talent to deserve that international spot or kind of, cost us the international spot. Dope. Let's talk about legit a little bit. Anybody seen you guys seen the US versus Trinidad and Tobago game?
I was watching it, and then I mean that shit was light work, bro. Like, it's these friendly games that they're playing right now are like no competition. So after 2 goals in 11 minutes, I was like, I'm watching Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I pretty much,
or I put something else just because like it was so easy. Like 2 minutes in, the US already up, and fucking like 5 minutes later, another goal, and then surely enough, when I tuned back in, well, I didn't tune back in, but when I checked the score, it was 7-0, and it was like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, it's dope, all these players are getting minutes, but I mean, they got to play someone better.
Yeah,
for sure.
But listen, I hear what you're saying. And this is by no means, like, I don't want to talk about like the U.S. national team because that's not something we talk about, not something we necessarily follow closely. So I don't think we're the podcast talk about it. I know the boys over at Night News, they talk about this, and Lars talk about it as well. Riot Squadcast. Wow, why you always have like whatever? I know they talk about it, so you guys probably want to check them out to actually hear a lot more talk about U.S. national team. So I don't want to go into them, but I do want to, like, the only reason I watched was for 2 reasons, right? One, Seba was in the starting 11, and 2, like, Araujo wasn't even on the team. So we'll talk about Araujo in a little bit. But Seba, I watched it, and I watched it first. Similar to you, like I was watching it on TV, and I had like the Royal Rumble on my computer. After about 15 minutes, I was like, yeah, this is over. Let me watch it on the TV and switch over, right? So I did that. But I was kind of just looking at what Seba was doing, and there was something interesting to me, at least, right? And I want to hear your opinions. For what it's worth, I think you're right. I think Trinidad and Tobago is definitely like the under par to the U.S. national team. So like they were always gonna receive an as open as they did. But these players were moving, and Seba was finding some passes. He was finding paths that we were asking for him to find for us, right? I think the biggest difference was that he had players who were actually moving and looking to attack positions that we didn't see a lot last year with him. So I guess the question is, did that performance even against like a very underwhelming opponent, did that give you any any better feelings towards Seba coming into the season, knowing that he's probably going to be one of the center mids?
I not position wise, but 100% that he's actually out there and getting minutes in and actually playing games, and he's getting in game shape. So I'll take it with that. As far as actual position, I don't even want to address it yet, just because we don't know what the squad looks like. But as he is that Cam. I'm okay with it just based off of knowing that he's getting minutes in.
But in here, and I'll say it straight up, right? Like, I'm hoping he's not our Cam.
100%.
I don't think he's going to be our Cam.
But like some of the movement and some of the passing he was doing was from deeper in the half, right? Like at half or just slightly above the half field. And I think the way I see it right now, it's like him and Jonah playing like those true CMs with a Cam in front of them. So if he could find some of these touches, find some of the spaces that he was finding with the ball from those areas, I could see him doing that, right? Masa, I think me and you kind of shared the same similarities of where we think he's going to be playing for the season. Give me some of your thoughts.
I think he's going to play deep like he was playing with the U.S. In that game against Trinidad. I think he's going to be either on the left CM role next to Jonah. I'm thinking they're gonna. I have a feeling that they have to bring in Cam. I don't see Leggett playing Cam. Like I think he's better in the midfield as a box to box, because he puts in the work to defend. Like when he plays, he like gives 100%. And just at that Cam role, he gets lost. I don't think he's I don't want to say he's not creative enough. He just, I don't know, wherever the issue is, he at Cam he can't do it. But I think sitting deeper with better vision of the field, I think he'll excel.
Yeah, and listen, I think we talked about this last year, right? In times where we were missing Jonah, how we were missing that Seba Jonah connection in the midfield, right? Like when they were both playing as two CMs, box to box CMs, and how they look better that way, right? My biggest problem with Seba at the cap position is that he's not aggressive enough, right? Because he doesn't like to turn and drive at the defense and push them back, right? You rather get the ball, look up, and place a good pass. You know, a lot of times last season when he did that, like there wasn't an option up front, so he was passing back, and that's where many of us start calling him pass back legit, right? Like that was something we were saying. But to Alex Vasquez and Sykes, like definitely like a deep line DM, like paired up with Jonah in almost a similar position, just kind of parallel to where he's at. That could work, right? Especially you have a creative midfielder who's moving and getting up in space and kind of dragging the defense elsewhere as well, and you throw in some wingers in there, and now you have the space that both Seba and Jonah need to kind of ping those passes they could. For me, I think it was a big indication to see legit hitting those passes more than anything else. Again, as the chat is saying, like that was a glorified practice. I agree, right? Because if you beat a team 7-0, it was 7-0. Is that what it ended up being? Yeah. So like if you beat a team that like it's a glorified practice. It's a team who's definitely not up to par to where you're at. So it's a glorified practice, but like seeing that he has the eye for it, that he has the intention of hitting those passes if you make those runs for him, or if the opposing team gives you the spaces, like what's a good indication to me that he could fulfill that CM spot, right? Any other thoughts on Legit and his performance with US men's national team before we move on?
No, I'm excited about conditioning, game ready conditioning. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, he's gonna come into pre-camp to preseason camp in shape and in rhythm. So that's gonna be good. No Araujo on the roster though, or on the on the bench or anywhere near the he wasn't even dressed for the match. Let me go ahead and tell you where I went with that real quick, right? In today's debunk. No, not even devil's advocate. You know what I thought? I thought he's not dressing because he's getting ready to move. Right? Today's transfer deadline. Right? Yeah, so I figured, or at least in Europe it is. I figured that he wasn't dressed. He wasn't getting any minutes because he had to catch a flight to do a physical somewhere. I legit the whole time when as soon as I seen like that he wasn't there, and again I didn't do that much research, so I don't know why he didn't dress. But I 100% thought that he was gonna that was it. Like he didn't dress because somebody called his card and said, "Okay, come for your physical." Unfortunately, that it happened. An indication on why. On why
he had left practice. He had originally joined for practice with the under-23s. He had left because he was sick, and then he came back super late. But he's with the under-23s regardless. Yeah. So it wasn't gonna be. They were just going at it like the first team, the main squad, and then the under-23s were practicing against each other. So, but he was gone for a minute from the under-23s practice because he was sick. So there's always that.
So all that, right? Like, see, I went for the Olympic qualifiers. I went full fucking tinfoil hat, right? Oh, Man City did pick, or no, Tottenham really did pick him up, or I went, that's where I went because I didn't see him there. I was like, that means he for sure is gone for 10 mil. So 10 mil. Let's talk about, and again, let's stop it there because thank you for a community shutting me up and telling me that was never a case because he wasn't even supposed to be in the team. So I appreciate y'all for making me look dumb on live on YouTube. But no, let's move on. Again, it's a dry ass week, or at least it was a dry ass week. We didn't have much to talk about, or Jesus didn't give much to talk about. But we did see some other talks with Boca and actually no, let me regress. Pavon started practicing with Boca. Mm-hmm. Right. Today we seen tweets and we seen reports coming out that Riquelme, which today I found out he's the president of Boca. I didn't know that. And I'll tell you the story how I found out.
This
right?
motherfucker really thought that the guys who were talking to Riquelme, dog, to bring him in as
hold on. But see, no. You gotta set that up because it wasn't that, right? It wasn't that. On the Discord, we were having a conversation about like we're not even linked to everybody like we usually are, right? Like this time of year, anybody with an expiring contract, anybody that has any kind of rumor of leaving their club is linked with the Galaxy, right? Players linked with the lames across town get linked with the Galaxy before they get linked with them, right? Like so, like this is a season, and in Discord we're talking about how it's not even that this year, right? Like we haven't been tied with or haven't been linked with like these wild transfers that we usually get. So then I read this tweet, and again, not knowing that Riquelme is the president of Boca, I said, "Here's some wild shit," and I put that because it said Riquelme in talks with the Galaxy or some shit, paraphrasing, right? Again, I wasn't even aware that he was the president. Straight up, like I wasn't aware he was the president. So I posted out there being silly, and then this fool goes in and again makes me look like fool by telling me, "Oh, that's the president of Boca," which I think was But to what I wanted to talk about this whole fucking time before I went to story time about how I'm not a fool, not at least 100%. $6 million rejected.
Yeah,
for Pavon. His situation with the his situation is not going away. Like his other shit with the allegations of his sexual assault is not going away. That's going to trial, I think, and it starts tomorrow, right? Or like,
wow.
Yeah, like so that's not necessarily going away the way I think a lot of us thought it was. Let's throw in some ankle surgeries because it seems like it's both ankles that need to get to get tweaked.
I'm getting cracked though, so
like it's too much, right? It's time to move. It's time to not look at as Pavon as our DP. Okay, maybe talk to me. Let me know what you guys think.
I don't know. I still think he has to go through that trial first. See what happens there. It all depends on that to me, because I think the ankle shit is, 2 months to recover, depending when he gets surgery. It is what it is. That shit didn't slow him down with his bad ankles. At least it didn't look like it. So, it all comes down to that. And if we could get Pavon for under 10 mil, which is gonna probably be most likely, that shit sounds like a fucking steal to me.
All right, well, let's go with the ankles and his the situation out there with allegations of him sexually assaulting somebody. Let's go with that first, George. This we got surgeries, we got allegations. What do you think? Time to go? Time to look for somebody else?
Me, it's time to go just because I'm thinking as the Galaxy, I don't think they want that negative PR, especially when it comes to the sexual assault allegations. Knowing the Galaxy, I don't think they want that type of heat. I think they're gonna shy away from it unless it's a very good deal. If it's a very good deal, then they'll kind of and I could only imagine it's gonna be hard going from back and forth from Argentina to LA when he's needed in trial. So we can't expect him to be 100%, a lot of flights, training. So as of right now, knowing all of this, I just feel it's too much. I personally don't want him if nothing is cleared up. As far as the ankles, I think he should be okay. It didn't seem like it's slowing him down. I think right now he's using the time to get those things because I feel like he's in limbo as well. He doesn't know if he's a Galaxy player or Boca player, but now he's like, well, fuck it. Let me train at least. I'm not going to get anything out of it by just staying my ass at home. So I'm already here in Buenos Aires. Let me train with Boca and let the rest figure itself out. So I think he's just as in limbo than we are. But if I'm the Galaxy, I don't want that PR.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the sticking point. But we're hearing that they rejected a $6 million offer, and the reason they're rejecting it is because it's pretty far from the 20 mil originally agreed upon at the end of the original loan, right?
So you guys seen the tweet after? My bad. I didn't mean to.
No, go for it. Go for it. No, go for
it. I seen this tweet. I don't know what the truth is to it, but supposedly the Galaxy didn't even pay $2 million to get him on a loan fee. It was like $600K to get him on a loan fee, and if that option was an exercise to buy, that money needed to be paid back to the Galaxy. I think that's what I read. I'll look it up right now and just double check, but
That'd be interesting. Like Galaxy could have hired him for the free the last season and a half or so, or the one. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, we got him so cheap.
But let me look for that tweet because I gotta just make sure. That's what I read.
Well, George, given the fact that we know that he needs some surgery, right? Again, I read that it was both ankles. I might be 100% wrong. Hold me up to that. Let me know I'm wrong. And he has that case that's not something you kind of just brush off.
I'll read it. I found it. It says, finally, the charge paid by the Galaxy for Pavon loan was $600,000 and not $2 million, as said at the time. It also seems that in the contract there was a clause that this money must be returned if the Galaxy did not buy their pass or did not buy his pass. That was a tweet.
I mean,
that was tweeted three
for
hours
him to
ago.
come waste his time. Fuck it.
I mean, accurate, right? He got it to play off one time. So that being said, listen, right now, based on that tweet, we can't confirm that tweet or not. But based on the tweet, we're scotch free. We didn't drop a dime. He has some injuries that maybe not slowing him down, but they're there. He has this baggage that he's coming with, and $6 million is not enough for Boca.
Yeah.
So George, I know you say you're ready to go on.
Best case scenario for me. Best case scenario for me. He stays at Boca. He gets the surgery. He doesn't play for a year. Next year, he didn't get any playing time. Not a lot of teams are looking at him. Let's bring him back.
Yeah. Either way, we move on, right? Like we figure something out for this year.
So we move on now. We move on now. For sure, we move on. We find ourselves a DP. But what I'm saying is his value is going to go down if he doesn't play with Boca, especially if he's injured. He has some time off because of the allegations. You never know. Imagine 2 years down the line, we could still get him for a time deal.
I was going to throw something in the mess, but let's go with that, right? If the Galaxy don't pick him up, he's going to play at Boca because he wants to play, right? He just doesn't want to play at Boca. But if he doesn't play,
injury, and now he has the allegations. Like we don't know where that's going.
That's accurate. That's true too. Like we don't know where that's going, right? Masa, but let me pitch it back to you the way I did for George. Injuries, maybe not necessarily serious, but injuries, some baggage. $6 million is not enough. How much more do you go for Boca if you're in charge of this, right? Because you say you're still trying to see. And let's say some of the delegations clear up. How much more do you get for?
Clear up?
Yeah, let's say they clear up because I think that's the only way that's even remotely possible that he comes in. If they don't clear up, like he's probably not going to come back. But let's say you.
At this point, knowing the situation that he supposedly, well, it's not supposed, he does not want to play for Boca. And there's no other teams wanting him. Maybe, in Argentina, but he doesn't want to play in Argentina anyways. Maybe at Talleres or something. I mean, the most I would go is like 8. Anywhere from 8 to 9 is my max. I won't even go double digits.
But Araujo's at 10.
Araujo, yeah. Because there's more
Come on,
there's more upside to Araujo right now. Come on, bro.
Hey George, why you gotta be like that, George?
Come on,
my man was on something. My man was on something. Why you gotta be like that, George?
He thinks that he's not worth it. He's definitely worth it.
Not now.
All right, let's talk about. So 8-9 mil, man. Like,
yeah, because
see, like, and I agree with you. Like, I think I'll still in for the 10 if his allegations clear up. I'll still in for 10. Like, we tend to forget, like, he's dope as shit, and it's not his fault that the Galaxy sucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's not forget that. Like, you know what I mean? He's really, really talented. I mean, we've been here saying that, like, if he's in a good team, he could be MVP of this league. If he has quality players around him, or not even quality players, if he has, like, just smart enough players who work for him, like, he could probably carry a team, right? Like there's that talent. So, yeah, I'm definitely with Glenn. I'm definitely with Georgia and yourself saying, like, we can't do anything for him unless, like, these sexual allegations clear up. Because personally, I wouldn't want him if this shit's true. 100%. And I'm sure the club and the way they hold themselves high, like, wouldn't want that kind of shit with them, right? We don't want to bring that baggage. So unless it clears up, no. And if it does clear up, 10 mil is where I'm at. I know you're at 8-9 mil, and George is kind of ready to move on. Which, again, I don't think moving on is a bad idea, right? Because moving on means that you have that DP spot, and whether that's the cam or whether that's another winger, like, it doesn't matter, right? Like, we have that DP spot that's that whoever's going to come in has to be a game changer. And again, here goes my optimistic ass being dumb, but I have some kind of faith with Vandy and DTK at the helm that they could bring in somebody who really makes a difference with a DP spot. So, man, I am everywhere with this, but I'd be okay if they move on, and I wouldn't be too mad if his delegations clear up and he comes back to the team. Dope. Any other shit you guys want to talk about before we move on to something that's not necessarily G related but more ECB related?
Nah,
we're good. And again, 32 of you in here. Thank you for being here. I know it's a slow week, so it's not nothing we're going too in depth. But here, hey, Glenn, you need to get out of here with Geo double digits. I ain't trying to hear that. Let's not go there. I ain't even trying to bring that up. Let's go to this. On Friday we had a 121 happy hour for it was ACB members and really open to anybody who was interested in ACB. And personally, I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope as shit. For all you guys who did get who were there, we sent out a kind of a quick survey to kind of help us out, see what you guys liked from that, what you guys didn't like from that. We definitely are going to look into doing a lot more stuff online because again, 121 happy hour was pretty dope. I think everybody had a good time. So we're going to move on to try to do some more stuff similar to that, along with some other stuff. But for those of you who did join, do me a favor, if you guys get a chance, fill the form up. If you didn't get the link for that form, hit us up and we'll shoot it to you. But again, thank you everybody who participated. Thank you for everybody who got the link and weren't dicks and put the link out in public. So we didn't have any kind of fucking issue with anybody joining the chat that didn't need to be in the chat or join the party without being in the party. Great fucking Zoom etiquette too. I fucks with you for not everybody talking over everybody when they had the opportunity to. Overall, dope. And again, thank you so much for joining us. We will be doing more of that stuff this upcoming season as long as we need to. As long as we all can be in the stands, we'll do something to kind of keep that going. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up other than the questions. So George, did we get questions online? Did we get questions on Discord?
On Discord, yep.
Go for it.
All right. Here we go. All right. Glenn with one end wants to know, there's a murmur about Traore be released. Got a bad move from the G's. We spoke about it. And then G-Man follows up by asking, why would the Galaxy get rid of Traore when they re-signed him in November? I'm saying it's a Vanny move. I think it's him actually making changes already. And our mentor R121 wants to know, how many open international spots do we have now, and do you guys think they're going to be filled this offseason? So we kind of mentioned how many we think we have. Do we think they're going to be filled this offseason? I think, I know one of them is going to go to our cam.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, I have no idea.
You fucking dick. Hey, listen, and this is one of the reasons why you should join Discord is because you can add JN57 in the Discord and annoy the fuck out of you until he says it. But back to the question, yeah, I think so, right? I said it earlier when we were talking about international spots. International spots are to bring players who you can't find locally and who can make a difference in your team. You guys remember Juninho, who wasn't a big Brazilian name? It was an international spot and he made a big difference. Marcelo goes along with that. Like a lot of these players who they weren't DPs, they weren't TAM players, were international spots, and they made a difference, right? So yeah, I definitely think we're gonna use all of them. Angel's in the chat saying the more spots, the more roster space you give Greg, the better, right? Because it's really him defining what he's looking for and who he's looking for and the ability he has to get him because of the options he has. Right? Masa, you hadn't followed that up with?
No. We
got a couple more. So who's the cam at George?
That's Rudy.
All right. He ain't doing that. And then who's Romo? Anybody know who Romo is? No?
No.
All right, cool. I think I saw one on Twitter. So let's pull that up real quick because George is an asshole.
I got it. What you talking
He's our asshole. Did you?
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, of course. You're the question guy.
I'm trying to buy some time. So do you want me to read it?
Yeah. Or I can't see it. So
no, you were lying. You were lying. You're trying to make it look better.
Was it lying? Was it lying? I could have sworn I saw it.
Yeah. You're lying.
No, it wasn't. I couldn't be lying. I never lie. I lie often. Maybe not. All right. With that being said, actually, is there anything else? With that being said, now there was something else I want to say. Hold up. This is amazing podcasting. This is amazing podcasting, right?
This is live podcasting at its finest, y'all. You were gonna say something.
Oh, here. Before I close off, let me ask what you guys think about this, because I kind of had this conversation on Discord for a little bit. But what do you guys think about this? What do you guys make of that? No news, no real rumors, no anything of this. I tend to believe, again, and this is me being way too optimistic with this team, but I tend to believe like these fools have they're zoned in. They know exactly what they want. Therefore, they're not out there just kind of just throwing, asking availability of all these players to these agents, because I think there's a pretty zoned in on what they want. What do you guys think?
Listen, this is chess, not checkers.
I
say that because the Queen's Gambit thing, we need an international spot. There's something happening. Listen, the Galaxy are known for, if we don't have anything for you, we push you down to G2. And I think we're at a point where we're not doing that anymore. If we don't have anything for you, we're moving away from you unless we feel that you could give us something in the future. A lot of people are saying in the chat, Angel saying it as well, saying Greg Vanney and picking up people, especially DPs, he has a good track record of it.
Yeah.
I think right now a coach comes into this position wanting this position just because you have a lot of things that could work into your favor. So it's going to be hard for us to say, hey, we got to, sure, we know we're going to give some time, but in the past we've said, this isn't this team. This isn't their team. This isn't their team. At this point, Greg Vanney is coming with a team that could be made under his wing. Something that could be made that's his. So that little wiggle room of this isn't his team, he has so much because there's signed contracts like the DPs that he might not want, but he has to work with. But he has things around that could happen. So as of right now, the lack of moves, I'm not that concerned. If we get closer and closer and closer and nothing's happening, especially not a Cam, I start to.
But you already know what the Cam is, so it doesn't matter, right?
But I don't know when.
Okay. I got you. Also, what you think of this?
I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. I actually like it a little better. That way, I'm not over here doing all this fucking research for no reason. And I mean, there's rumors out there, people making shit up, but nothing concrete that like you could dig in and be like, oh, that's a maybe. Well, there was a rumor about this French kid I forgot to talk about.
Oh, yeah, we actually posted it in the chat too. What you know about him?
Not much. He didn't get first team minutes at, I think, Lens. I forgot the name of the team, but under 20. He played under 18s for French national team.
That's right. Yep.
I did some research. It looked like it was like a legit like magazine or whatever it is from France, but I mean I couldn't read too much into it. I mean it came from there. We'll see though. I mean other than that, it's been pretty quiet.
That's right. You talked about it in I mean just the look, right? Just the look that we're looking at a CM at that age from that look. It's not a bad look. And George, let me prove that I wasn't lying. Justin Cardenas at Justin Cardenas on Twitter. Who should the Galaxy target with DP spot if Pavon don't come back?
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that?
No, I did it. Fuck you.
He DM'd us. That's why we didn't see it on the thread.
He didn't follow the rules.
Yeah, exactly right. So, shoot, one realistic name of who you think if we have DP spot, who you trying to fuck with?
That's tough. What position?
That's your call, right?
It's already filled though.
All right, listen.
Say he's not.
Maybe it's not realistic then. If you guys don't want to be realistic, who you have DP spot on a position they might want to fill. It doesn't have to be 100% realistic, but like there'll be a method to. Anybody? No. Listen,
I need a leader. I need a winner. I'm going Sergio Ramos.
Yes, sir. It's funny because like, I wanted to bring that up, right? Like, I think it was Timmy on again in the Discord talking about I think jokingly brought him up, but then we started talking about like, yeah, this will be it, right? Like we get it. He's probably gonna get a couple red cards, because he will. He's a little too physical, but he'll be the leader. Like not only the backline, but in the team. And he's going to score like 5 to 8 goals on corner kicks or set pieces, right? Because my man...
Free kicks, penalties.
You know how Nigel De Jong was here? Fuck that.
Yeah. Listen, that's what we said. Like we know for a fact he will get a few records, right? Because he's the MLS and he can't be too aggressive. But the upside is, he'll be a leader. Listen, again, no, don't take this and run with it, saying that straight from the stands, saying Ramos is coming. But it'd be nice.
Maybe not.
Can't confirm nor deny?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, boys. Let's wrap this up. I dragged it far long. We made the cut. We're here just long enough. Let's end the show. With this being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram.
JN87, Twitter, Instagram. My back.
Peace, love, and...
Yeah, fuck, I had a question.
All right, go for it before we fucking finish the show.
All right, so you have Edge, Christian, you have the Dudley Boys, you have Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, and you have one has to go out of all those. Who has to go?
That's a tough ass question.
And the Hardy Boys are the next ones. So you have the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
If I had to pick one to go, I had to pick Road Gun and
no.
Hey, you heard 1980s Rudy right there.
I understand that, but then there's no TLC, and there's no like Extreme Rules, so I'm gonna have to go with the other three. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're right.
I'll take it.
You're right. You're 100% right.
With that being said,
for real this time, the episode Straight from the Stands. Masa, just send me out. Send me out.
I already did, Doug. Sorry, Doug. I was thinking about the question in my head, Doug.
Fuck me, we're bad today. We're really bad. Send me out, Masa. Peace, love, G's up. Come on, you know how to do this, Masa.
I said it like 3 times.
Just say it again, bitch.
Peace, love, and G's up.
There you go.
Peace, everybody. Have a good night. I'm sorry. That was bad.